From Harold Washington to Harold's Chicken and everything in between and beyond, SoCHiology is the exploration of Chicago culture, history, legends, stories, and fiction through a myriad of discussions with Chicagoans themselves. What's up, everybody? It's Twiz Taylor back again with another episode of SoCHiology. This is episode 57. Now, Chicago is the county seat of Cook County, Illinois. County seat basically means the capital city of a county or a parish. Now, last week I went down to 121 North LaSalle to Chicago City Hall. And because Chicago is also the county seat of Cook County, City Hall and the county building are in the same exact building. Now, the reason I went down to City Hall was to attend the monthly Chicago City Council meeting. Right now, the city council is led by the mayor of the city, currently Mayor Lloyd Lightfoot, and is also secretaried by the Chicago city clerk, Anna Valencia. Then you have the 50 aldermen of Chicago, who each represent one of the 50 wards of the city. We're going to get into more detail about the 50 aldermen and all of that later on in another episode. But anyway, the reason why I went to the city council meeting is because a lot of people don't know about their city council meetings. A lot of people don't go. And this isn't just exclusive to Chicago. This is an American thing. Every city in America has public city council meetings at least once a month. So I attended this city council meeting just so I could hear the different grievances and concerns from different residents of the city of Chicago. And this is what some of them had to say. Like this one gentleman who had a lot of concerns about the amount of money that's being robbed out of Chicago residents' pockets by red light ticket cameras.
There is no way to reform a policy that is rooted in rot. The only way to fix this is to rid our city of it. There have been 5 independent studies that has substantiated that photo enforcement of red light cameras and speed cameras provide little to no safety. What it does provide for is hundreds of millions of dollars for private interests. We should not be privatizing our public traffic safety or our public commons. This is not what government should be doing. Mayor Lightfoot campaigned on a promise that she would not use fines and fees, and in particular, red light cameras and speed cameras, to balance the budget on the backs of the poor. And that is precisely what she has done by making a unilateral decision.
That was a very elegant and professional complaint right there. Then you got other residents that had more serious complaints, and they were not as professional and they were not as calm. Like this one woman who has headed up to here with the violence in her area.
Hostile, so inhumane, with so much violence. I have called the police many times down there. I think some of them think that you don't like them or whatever, and I love you. Alderman Burnett, because I love God. And God is the God of the authority. Alderman Burnett, I went to him many times. See, he like Harold Washington. He's not really crazy about you. So, and I love, Mayor Lightfoot. I'm really for your cause. I know really well Will Nelson is trying to get in the office as well. But William Barnett, the Alderman Burnett, I went down there many times to his office about the violence, and nothing was done. They're very nasty and evil at Alderman Burnett office. Nothing has been done down there. I asked you, Mayor Lightfoot, when you look into my call, I'm the same one we saluted each other the last time. I have been out here 30 times trying to see you. When you call Mary Howard, Emily Wolcott, Carrie Stanwood, I couldn't get.
And then you got residents like Mr. Butler from the 16th Ward in Inglewood, who was there to represent the Kennedy King baseball team. I didn't even know Kennedy King College had a baseball team, but apparently they did. It was just recently instated right before the pandemic. But since the pandemic, they haven't been back. So the 16th Ward and the residents of Inglewood, they really want that baseball team back. This is what the demands of Mr. Butler and his fellow constituents of the 16th Ward had to say.
I'm Dennis Butler. I live in the 16th Ward. And the 16th Ward referendum question on the ballot in the 2018 general election voted by 85% as should the city of Chicago be required to provide full funding for the creation of a sanctioned National Junior College Athletic Association, NJCAA, baseball team at Kennedy King College to begin no later than 2020 baseball season. The team had begun until COVID-19. The pandemic put all the city baseball teams on postponement, high schools and colleges, including Olive Harvey baseball team. every other team was reinstated except for Kennedy King. The 16th Ward constituents would appreciate the Kennedy King College baseball team reinstated because we realize the effect it will have on our community and frankly the Chicago communities. As most of you know, the positive value characteristics and individuals might gain, such as cooperation, time and stress management, self-confidence, persistence or perseverance, educational motivation or scholarship, respect for themselves and respect for others, while bringing a vein of hope and aspiration to our city. Since the initiative was created by the 16th Ward voters, we righteously ask that the 16th Ward Alderwoman Stephanie Coleman be granted whatever influence she desires of the team. This would give the team a better chance of success. This is a time-sensitive matter. Recruiting should begin while the CPS high school season is still going.
I really hope the Kennedy King baseball team gets reinstated and comes back, because the Inglewood neighborhood, the 16th Ward, is dealing with blow after blow, because Whole Foods just announced that they're leaving the area after just opening 6 years ago, and all this promise of community revitalization. Nonetheless, make sure you get down to a city council meeting when you get a chance. It's always the last week of the month in Chicago. You deserve to know what your fellow residents got to say, and you deserve to know what the politicians got to say and what they're doing, because you are a citizen of the city and you are a taxpayer. If you enjoyed this podcast, whatever platform you're listening to it on right now, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, etc., leave a 5-star review and a comment. Let us know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to our sister podcast, Mogul Motivation, from True Stories Media.